What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Blanca's just here for more support today, and in today's video, you guys read by the title, I'm gonna be telling you how, when, and why I lost 30 freaking pounds.
That is crazy.
31, but we'll say 30 for the sake of the video. Anyways, guys, let's get right into it. I hope you're having a great day, you're relaxed, or maybe you're at the gym getting your cardio in. I think this is a perfect video to do that. It might be a little motivating for you. So let's start from the beginning, babe, shall we?
I want to preface by saying that this isn't only a weight loss video or like a story time on how he lost weight. I think this is more of how all of this really impacted his mental health, the way that he acted, everything. Literally to the point we were just talking that he would not let me take pictures of him, wouldn't let me take videos of him, we wouldn't really vlog. We just made a realization that I couldn't post our newborn pictures with Franco because he felt so insecure,
Yeah.
So that is crazy. I think that's the thing that I want to put the most emphasis on. It's not how many numbers went down on the scale, but how his confidence changed and grew in these last 6 months.
Yeah, I think they go hand in hand together, guys. Not only are you like physically feeling better, but I think mentally as well. I'm in a much better place.
Yeah, I'd say you're a better dad, a better husband, a better person.
I think definitely a better husband.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Absolutely, because those months were rough.
Yeah.
And it was only because he would be in such a bad mood because of the way that you felt in your like mental health and just in your body. When you don't feel good, you don't perform good, you know? So he tried to be more present in the like being a good dad, that everything else kind of just whatever.
All right, guys, let's start from the very beginning on why I got the way I got. What do you think what would you say it was, babe? I attribute to it when I quit my 9 to 5, I think.
Yes, I think it goes hand in hand again because when COVID happened, I started gaining weight, but Jonathan was still working. His job didn't require him to talk to people and stuff. He had to pick up trash, so he had to work. So he was still in good shape, right? And he would still come home. He would go to the gym. He was very active. Woke up at 6 a.m. earlier, you know. So I started gaining weight, and he was still the same. So towards October, the beginning of October, that's when he quit his 9 to 5. And then we were still kind of good, still going to the gym, still being active. But then we got comfortable. Yeah. And since the gym wasn't really like a thing, we built a home gym in our living room and we used it like twice. You know, we didn't feel the need to go out, the need to go to the gym, the need to stay active. And we would wake up like at 11, we would go to sleep like at 3 a.m. Yeah. And you weren't even playing video games at this time. We were just eating Funyuns and watching movies. So that had a lot to do. Like as soon as you quit your 9 to 5, we just tanked.
Yeah. I think a very important thing is to keep a schedule or make one if you don't have one. Especially if you want to start losing weight, you gotta get in a routine. Yeah, basically I quit my job, my 9 to 5, and I lost my schedule. So I started gaining weight here and there. But at the same time this is all happening, guys, go check out this podcast right here. I go into depth about it. Long story short, I'm not gonna say it all again. You have to go check out this podcast. When I was younger, I used to do very bad things to my body in terms of I used to do steroids. So when I stopped doing steroids, I got off of them properly, which messed up all the hormones in my body, all the chemicals and everything. So I noticed that I would tell Blanca, I was like, babe, I've been eating healthy for so long now. I've been exercising twice a day and I can't lose weight to save my life. It was getting to the point where like I was just getting fatter because I was like, fuck this. Like I would exercise for a day and then eat like shit the next day because I'm not losing weight. Like it's so dumb. I would cook my salmon, pre-portion my meals and all that, and I was not losing weight until I think one of my friends brought up something about hormones. He's like, you gotta get your blood drawn and then you check your hormones. When's the last time you did that? I was like, I've never done that in my life. So sure enough, I get tested, my hormones, guys, I had the testosterone level of a freaking 70-year-old. It was crazy. A normal male my age should have like 900 to 1100. I forget what the measuring is of testosterone. I was like at 300, 260. So I was down bad in terms of energy level, just things that make you like your hormones balance, and basically testosterone is what men have. So I was really lacking that.
And before that, actually, he got his blood drawn to test his thyroid because he thought that was what was happening. And when we got the results for that, they're like, you're normal, nothing's wrong. we're like, that still doesn't make sense. And
Yeah.
that's when he talked to his friend, and then he actually tested all of his hormones, you know, it wasn't just his thyroid.
Yeah.
Thanks to that, I think that was what kick-started your...
Yeah, that kick-started my journey, because then in my head I was like, oh shit, there is something wrong with me to a atomic level. Like, I'm low in testosterone, and I was also pre-diabetic, guys. So whatever I talked to the doctor, okay, what's the next procedure? I got this TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy, something like that. And it's little pellets that basically go insert in your glute. Insert picture here. Hopefully it's not too vivid for YouTube. But yeah, you get inserted like little pellets, then that release testosterone as you need it. So the more active you are, the more testosterone it releases. The less active you are, then it won't. In my head, not only was I physically changing and feeling more energetic, but also mentally, it was like a placebo. It's like, I have this thing pumping testosterone in me. Now I like let's go for it. Vamos con todo, right? But that was in October. But I was still not like, I started eating better, exercising, but not scientifically, which is a big difference. Like, there's a just según yo eating better, and then there's a right way to do things, which we'll get to here in a bit.
Okay, I have a lot to say about this because Jonathan would watch bodybuilders, right? And he would watch what they would eat, whatever. But we never got into, as he said, the scientific way to like eat and to fuel your body. So for the longest time, Jonathan would just not eat all day, fast, no water, no nothing. And then 3 p.m. comes, a big meal, right? And he's like, okay, I ate once a day, like I should be burning calories. And I would constantly tell him, babe, you have to eat. Like, it's not don't eat, it's you have to fuel your body, you have to eat your veggies, your fruit, your vitamins, everything, right? And he would always be like, no, like I'm just eating once a day, I'm not even eating that much, like I should be able to be losing weight. And for literally, I'd say for a year, that's what you were trying to do, didn't work. He would go to the gym, didn't work, and it would just be so, it would like hurt him in the way that if he didn't see results in 1 week, he'd be like, fuck this, I'm gonna go buy 2 bags of onions and eat them. And pues ahí estaba with him, you know, like yeah. I would try to support him, but if he fell, I would fall too. I'd be like, fuck it, like bring the Funyuns, you know? When he, by himself, because you can tell people as many times as you want to do this, do that, but until they want to do it, that's when it happens. He started following people that actually educated him on how to eat, what to eat, how to count your macros, how to track your calories. And that is when he was like, oh shit, like maybe I can fast till 12, till 11, but when I break my fast, this is what I have to eat in order to feed my body right. He started tracking his calories, not even just here, as he said, going on trips really messes us up. So on trips, when we would go out to eat with our friends, he would be tracking his calories. You stop drinking. The only time he would ever drink was if we were to go out on a trip or something.
Special occasion.
Yeah, but even then, like, he'd be like, nah, man, like, I don't want to.
That was another thing. I was never a heavy drinker. Like, oh, let's drink every weekend. No. Mm-hmm. I would drink once, twice a month if we were doing something.
Yeah, if we had an addiction, it was freaking Funyuns, dude. Yeah, Funyuns and beat-ups.
Chips, I think for me, guys, I don't know what being on crack feels like, but carbs for me is out of this world. Like, if we buy a little bag of chips to like suffice our craving, I will be like, babe, I'm going upstairs to the bathroom, please hide that bag and do not tell me where it is. Like, no matter how like much I beg you, don't tell me where the bag is. And sure enough, she goes and hides them, and I'm only allowed a little serving every afternoon. But anyways, okay, let's go in order, because I think we're jumping to like how I started fixing it. There's still a little bit before, which is motivation comes and goes. What you need is discipline, guys. Discipline is what's gonna get you through this, guys. Not motivation, not watching a YouTube video, getting super motivated, doing 10,000 jump jacks at night, and then going and eating like shit the next morning. You're gonna lose motivation in this journey if you're barely starting or if you're halfway. Discipline is the difference, as in like the gym or doing cardio is not optional anymore during your day. Just like you brush your teeth every morning, just like you put on your seatbelt every day, like that should be a gym. It's not optional anymore, guys. Discipline, it means that it's part of your day. No matter if you're running late in the morning, okay, you couldn't go in the morning, and you get off at work at freaking 11:59 p.m., you're gonna go at 12. Like, that's what discipline is. I have pictures here, guys, where I would get that motivation. I would start losing weight. One of the pictures here where I look really slim is at Wendy's baby shower. I'm with Franco, and you can tell my face is slimming up, and I believe that's in July, right? Here's a picture in September. I'm back to being chubby again, or I gained a lot of weight again, because in that month I lost that motivation. Or we were traveling, and instead of being like, okay, I'm back to Colorado, back to my routine, it'd just be like, okay, I'm back to Colorado, back to eating like shit, you know? So I want to preface that I did come and go a lot of times before like finally starting the journey. And that's because I lost my motivation and I had no discipline whatsoever. It all started one day, December 22nd, I believe, at night. I think I was scrolling through TikTok, and all of a sudden I stumbled upon this TikTok, and it's this guy named David Goggins. Those of you that don't know who David Goggins is, I highly suggest you guys go and search up his name on YouTube, and you'll be like, what the fuck? Especially if you have a boyfriend or a husband that's overweight, guys. I believe David Goggins really does resonate a lot with us males, because he is like tougher on us and stuff like that. So anyways, I stumbled upon this video.
What's your biggest fear in life? I don't care if you believe in God or not. I don't care. Let's say you're God. And we have a big fucking long line of people. And I made it to heaven. I'm 75 years old. I'm 300 pounds. I made it to heaven. I worked for Ecolab my entire life, spraying for cockroaches. That's what I did. But I'm dead. I'm in heaven now. And you are judging us all now. And I'm next in line. David Goggins. I see my name. I see all this shit. And God goes, hey, read this, man. And I'm reading this list. And I'm seeing 182 pounds, Navy SEAL, Ranger School, motivational speaker, changing lives. Okay, man, pull up record, all this shit. And I'm like, that's not me, man. And God looks at me and says, that's who you were supposed to be.
Anyways, I'm not gonna go too much into everything I saw about him, but he was my turning point, and I feel like a lot of us sometimes do need the way he spoke to me. And we've talked about this in the podcast, guys, is that I'm not a leisure type of person. I work best under pressure. If my mom, when I was little, she would ask me to do something, I would never do it. Same thing with Blanca. She tells me nicely, and I don't do whatever they ask me until they put pressure. And David Goggins was the same, as that's putting pressure. He'd be like, you stop being a bitch, like you're just complaining, you're being lazy, like no, you have 2 legs, 2 arms, why aren't you outside running? You're just being a bitch. And that's his favorite word to use, you're being a bitch. And I was like, oh, okay, fuck yeah, like I needed this. Like,
So I got an email the other day. This guy's talking about he's struggling to get up. Wants to go to the gym and start grinding early in the morning. I said, when I was 24, I had the same condition, man. I had the same problem. So I started to study it. And while I studied it, came with this crazy conclusion. I was just being a bitch.
I hated all these like Gymshark athletes, all these like soft cookie cutter influencers being like, it's okay to be. No, David Goggins like, you're a bitch, and if you don't get up, you're gonna be fat for the rest of your life. And that's what I needed, guys. So I found David Goggins and my life changed. December 23rd, bright and early, I started eating healthy and I started going to the gym consistently, and from then on it's a wrap.
Yeah, it sucks because we were always the people that, oh, I'll start on Monday, I'll start the 1st of January, I'll start, and there's always a saying that it's like, why not now? Like, why don't you start today? Why don't you start right now, this second? And so when Jonathan told me that day, December 22nd, I was like, babe, Christmas is literally tomorrow. Yeah. Like, you're not gonna eat tamales. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna eat them, but I'm not going to freaking.
I was just gonna suffice a craving.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna try them, but I'm not going to stuff my face and.
No, but the first time your mom made tamales, I didn't eat them.
You didn't?
No, it was until the second time.
I remember telling him, like, babe, we'll just start on January 1st, like at the beginning of the year. And Jonathan's like, no, like, I'm starting today and that's it. And literally from then on, I just let him do whatever he was doing, and he started teaching me things like slowly but surely. But at that point I was ready to start my journey because I was still breastfeeding, so that was what I was like, that was my backbone, that I was breastfeeding. So whatever I ate, Franco ate, so I was like, I'm chilling, you know. I was just seeing him for the first, I think, like 3 months, and I was like, holy shit. Like every day I would tell him like, damn babe, like you did that, you know. Like I'd be like, holy, can you believe yourself that you're doing this? Just start when you want to start today. The day that you're like, oh, maybe I should start running. Okay, that day start running, because if you keep pushing it off, you're just never gonna do it, period.
I'm your example that you can start whenever. I literally, and especially as a Mexican male, I started right before Christmas. My mom was cooking, her mom was cooking, everyone in the world was cooking Mexican food, which we know isn't the healthiest, and I still started. Then yeah, basically the holidays are over. I can fully focus now, like fully commit. Another thing I learned, guys, is you got to give yourself goals or rewards throughout your weight loss journey. You can't just like not be working towards something, because you're gonna lose that motivation. So what did I do? I gave myself a challenge, which was run the Boulder. It's a very popular, it's the most popular 10K race in the United States. It happens in the town next to us called Boulder, Colorado. And I was like, not only, because it's 6.2 miles, so even though I was really chubby, I was like, I can finish it no matter how long it takes me. I can finish it. But then I was talking to my friend Marco, and I was like, no, let's give ourselves a challenge. We have to finish it. We have to finish the race under an hour. So that challenge was the one I was training for 5 months. It was at the end of May. My reward now, that was my challenge. My reward was, which later I felt really shitty. Why am I getting tattoos? Why am I buying myself nice things? Why am I getting a Jeep when I'm freaking fat? I'm constantly rewarding myself with materialistic things, and I'm physically not, like, I don't deserve that. Obviously, like a lot of guys, when they get tattoos, they want to keep getting more and more. So I was like, I'm not allowed to get another tattoo or finish my sleeve until I'm under 190 pounds. Babe, we never told them where I started. I started at 214 pounds, guys. That's the heaviest that I personally saw on the scale, because that 214 was like, we were kind of conscious of our weight.
Yeah.
I think I probably was even heavier at some point. So, but 214 is what the heaviest I ever saw on the scale. So I was like, I cannot get any tattoos until I'm under 190. So lose 24 pounds.
Yes, and I feel like the reason that he went that low is because when we started our journey, when I started going to the gym after I had Franco, he would go, 204 was probably the least that he would go to, and then it would go back up to 209. Like, I remember vividly, he would weigh himself in the morning. He's like, fuck, like I'm at 209. You know, so that's why he was like, no, that is my goal. It's a challenge, but I'm gonna do it. You know, 108, under 190 sounds like a lot, but he was determined because he knew that he could lose 10 pounds in a month, you know, but yeah. That's why it was that low.
And I hadn't been under 190 in years, guys, like years. So that was basically the rundown of the heaviest I got, then when I started and all that. So let me tell you the how, which is very important. And I think I've watched a lot of videos, I'm sure you guys have too, where like people just show you the easy part, which is essentially the gym and the working out.
The highlights.
The highlights. That is the easiest part for me, for Blanca as well. I think the getting up and running or going to the gym is easy for us nowadays. Like, it's just like, okay, put on your sweater, sweat, watch a video and all that. The hard part, guys, and I'm sure a lot of you guys would agree with me, is the eating. Like they say, it's 80% kitchen, 20% gym if you want to have abs. And that is so freaking true. De que te sirve working 2 to 3 hours a day, working out, and then you come home and you eat like shit really late at night. So 2 things that I learned that freaking changed my life, guys, are 2 apps, and I'll be inserting all this in case you're just listening. My Fitness Pal, it's right here, and my Apple Watch, which comes with the app on your phone, just called Fitness. So how do I use these things, guys? Okay, My Fitness Pal is an app that just allows you to track your food and your calories and your macros, your proteins and all that. But to not make it complicated or scare you, just worry about calories for right now. What's neat about it is, I feel like I'm sponsored, but I'm not, I should be, is that you get to track your calories, correct? You gave yourself a goal. So my goal right now is 2,000 calories a day, and then you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you literally type in what you eat. And if you don't know what something is necessarily, because this app is really good, but it doesn't have every little thing in the world, it has a scanner option, which is freaking badass. You get to scan the freaking codes on things, like let's say on oatmeal, and it will plug it in for you. Based on my weight, my age, and my exercise level, I calculated that I needed to eat 2,000 calories or less in order to start to lose weight. And this is where the Apple Watch comes in, and I highly, highly, highly recommend you guys get a Fitbit, Apple Watch. What else is there, babe? A Garmin, Samsung one, whatever you can get your hands on that tracks your calories is phenomenal. So what I would do is I would wear my watch, and then at the end of the day, it tells you go on the app here, and it gives you not only active calories burned, that number matters, but the one that really matters, guys, is the little one under that says total. I would make sure, in order to lose a pound a week, you need to be burning, this is what I heard, right, according to the reading and the personal trainers and all this scientific nerdy stuff, you need to be burning 500 calories more than what you eat a day to burn 1 pound a freaking week. So what I started to do, guys, is like, okay, if I'm eating 2,000 calories or less, I have to minimally burn 2,500 calories, 2,500 calories a day, like at least. And sure enough, at first, you know, all pumped up with motivation, I would be burning 3,000, sometimes 4,000 calories a day. So I would be like in a 1,500 caloric deficit. And those days would be the best because I would, you know, obviously lose the most weight the next day, and I would wake up super flat from my stomach. And yeah, basically those 2 things have been life-changing and life-saving for me, guys. That's all you need. That's all you need. Just burn more calories than what you eat.
I think something crazy that I learned is I have an Apple Watch and I've had it for a long time, longer than Jonathan has had his, and he'd always be like, you don't wear your Apple Watch. I'm like, yes I do. And I would only wear it for my workouts. So I burn like 300 whatever calories. For the longest time, when he would tell me like, oh, you have to burn 500 calories more than what you're eating, I was like, that sounds ridiculous. I can't be burning 2,000 calories in a workout. He's like, dude, you literally burn calories just by walking.
Just by living.
Yes. So that is when that wasn't when. I was like probably last month when I started wearing my Apple Watch every single day. I wake up, put it on, and I try not to take it off until the end of the day. And you literally go on the fitness app and it tells you, oh, you burn 2,200 calories and I'm on a 1,700 calorie deficit, So it sounds hard, but it really isn't, guys. You just by walking, you burn a lot of calories. I literally burn like 280 calories just putting Franco to bed, So that's why Jonathan says that the Apple Watch is such a big thing that you can wear, because it's so motivating at the end of the day, being like, oh my god, I burned these many calories today, because some days you're more active than others. So it's not as hard as it sounds. I know it sounds scary, but it's not.
With this whole weight loss journey, I've learned that it's very important to see things. When I mean see, it's not like look at yourself in the mirror and see that you're skinnier. No, what I mean is like, when you see that you burn more calories than what you ate that day, you feel so freaking like empowered and motivated. You're like, hell yeah, I burned 2,700 calories and I only ate 2,000. Tomorrow morning, according to science, I should weigh less. That for me was so good for my mental health that like it just pushed me day by day to just, okay, Apple Watch, MyFitnessPal, Apple Watch, MyFitnessPal. I could not eat without like first putting my meal into MyFitnessPal. And those two things have saved my life, guys, have changed it completely, and that's all you need.
Yeah, he created a habit of doing that, and now it's like second nature. He'll sit down, start eating, and right away, like it's like almost a hobby. Like it's fun plugging in your food. And another thing is that the reason that we're talking and emphasizing so much eating your calories and making sure that you are intaking the proper amount of calories is because Jonathan and I have tried all the diets, girl. No carbs, keto, the military diet, all of that. And it is so bad for you because you lose that weight in that week. The next week you're gonna gain it right back, girl. So that is why we decided to talk about and emphasize the nutrition part, because if you are in like a 1,500 calorie deficit, you can't maintain that the rest of your life. This isn't I want to diet for the beach during the summer. No, like this is literally, as cringy as it sounds, it's a lifestyle change. You have to want this for the rest of your life, to be active and to look good and feel good for the rest of your life, not just until you go to the beach this summer.
It has to be a change in lifestyle. That's why even though people might look at me weird, like sometimes my family at the beginning, they would see me plug in my food or scan my food. It has to be done. And trust me, I know que la raza, sometimes they can pick on us, bully us, and be like, oh, you're really gonna not eat your tacos, or you're really not gonna eat my food. Sometimes my suegra would be kind of like upset.
Wow, you're like, really not gonna eat this menudo?
Yeah, that I made, or Coca-Cola. Like, come on, like you're not gonna eat a Coke. Don't fall into that pressure, guys, because once you start losing the weight, they're gonna be like they're gonna want to be like you. So always remember that.
And another thing is that when we mean change of lifestyle, change of whatever, we don't mean that you absolutely have to stop eating ice cream, stop eating chips, stop eating your favorite restaurants. Absolutely not. Basically, even though it was kind of a hot topic in the fitness community that if it fits in my calories, you don't take it to that extreme. Like, don't be eating McDonald's once a day because it fits in your calories, If Jonathan and I want Funyuns, all right, girl, you're not gonna eat the whole freaking bag like you used to, or eat 2 of them like we used to. You're gonna eat what the serving size is. So if the serving size is 150 calories for 28 grams, we literally weigh, okay, today in my calories, I have about 300 calories left, so I can eat 2 servings of Funyuns. And I know it sounds so cringy, but trust me, like, it still suffices your craving. Nobody needs a whole bag of Funyuns in their body, I promise you.
Guys, it's better to give yourself whatever your craving might be. I know a lot of people are addicted to soda, to bread, to gluten, to all that. It's better to give yourself a little taste of that once a week than to just cut it out cold turkey, because the bounce back that you could get from tasting it here or there at a party or something could be like literally so detrimental. Like you would fall back like an addict, basically.
Yes.
If you slowly cut out of it, I think it's better than just cutting it cold turkey, because trust me, you'd be like, oh, I'm not gonna eat Funyuns anymore, and then 1 month, 2 months, 3 months roll around and you just happen to be at your kid's birthday party and a little kid passes by with a funny and he gives it to you, you're gonna be like a shark with blood. You're just gonna fall into it. You might freaking be at night just binge eat 3 bags of chips. Like that could happen because that happened to me a lot. Oh, I want to preface, sorry, I should have said this earlier, guys. I lost 30 pounds in 5 months technically, and I know to some people that might not be a lot or as extreme, but I want to preface this, guys. I lost 30 pounds still having a ton of fun, still eating what I want, still drinking, going on trips. Your life doesn't have to end. A lot of people don't get into fitness or don't get into losing weight because of that. They're like, YOLO, Jonathan, you only live once. I'm still gonna eat my wings. I'm still gonna eat pizza. Like, I do not wanna, like, because it is, you only live one life and you should, you know, taste a bunch of fun things and tasty food and not live like just eating celery and carrots, right? But I want to preface this that I lost 30 pounds, guys, still eating wings, my favorite food in the whole world, whenever I wanted, eating Funyuns, you know, every once in a while. So you can do it. Just fit it into your calories. Anything is possible once you burn more than what you eat.
Yes, and another thing is that there are so many things in the stores that could give you the same thing for what you want. So what I'm saying, I usually can't eat dinner without Coke, so I just go for Coke Zero. We like to have bread in the morning. We go for Dave's Killer Bread instead of the regular bread. Just looking at the calories, looking at the serving size, and it does sound like exhausting, but it's fun. Like going to the grocery store is now fun because we're like, okay, how many calories, how many, you know, and it's just making better food choices, but still living your life how you want it, you know. Like, we don't want you to think that it's a dark, gloomy place here. It's just a different, better place because you're active, you have more energy, you actually want to live and like do stuff instead of like sleeping in all day.
All right, so to wrap up the video, guys, May rolls around and it's my Boulder. It's Memorial Day weekend, specifically Monday, Memorial Day. And it's an annual thing that happens here in Colorado. Fun fact, Blanca and I, when we first met, we actually volunteered for it, which was like fresh. We met in March and I think we volunteered obviously in May, that Memorial Day, and it was super cute and fun. One of the best memories we still have. So fast forward all these years, you know, I'm training for it every day and whatnot, and sure enough, I accomplished running the Boulder under an hour, guys.
We did it, guys. We did it.
To be exact, 59 minutes according to the app, on like flat 59 minutes. And it was one of the most fun things I've ever done, guys. The best feeling I've ever had, like in terms of accomplishing something. The fact that in January, I couldn't even run half a mile on the treadmill. I'd be so freaking tired, guys. I'd be like, fuck this shit, and I'll just walk the rest of the mile or period, like go up the stairs, and I would be so tired, guys. And now I just ran 10 kilometers, 6.2 miles, and in front of all these people, in front of my son, which was the biggest turning point, and also I haven't really said it this whole video, and contributing to, you know, my weight loss has been Franco. I truly think that if I didn't have Franco and I would have seen that David Goggins video, I don't think David would have had as much of an impact as he did. Maybe I would have kind of even pushed David to the side, but David mixed with now having my son, it was crazy. I have to change for my son because I want him to be proud of me, you know? Be proud of his dad when he's older and stuff like that.
Another thing is that when Jonathan ran that Boulder, we were obviously there cheering them on, seeing them, but just seeing the community of people that are there, guys, truly, when people say birds of the same feather flock together, is crazy. Because if you're surrounded with people that like to go out, like to party, like to drink, and don't like to then wake up, go to the gym, go on walks, go on hikes, you're going to become like them, right? So all of these people running the Boulder, whether they were old as heck, could barely walk, or they were little 5-year-olds or little newborns that were being carried in a sling by their mom, running, walking the Boulder. I was like, dude, these people look so happy. And the energy, the vibe in Boulder was just so fun that day. We went out to breakfast. It was early. People were up saying hi, you know? So it's like, to think that there is this life outside of the life that we grew up in, where it was kind of always like, my dad would drink on Friday night, would wake up Saturday morning, hungover, didn't want to do anything, wanted to eat pizza for breakfast. Like going from that and then seeing the community that is running, I'm like, so that day, literally, no, that night, I was like, tomorrow I'm going to wake up, we're going to put Franco in his baby jogger and we're going to go run a mile. And we did it. And that was my turning point. You don't have to have it the same day. It doesn't matter when you have it. But when you have it, run with it and just stick to it. Because as we said, motivation leaves, but discipline and consistency is key.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You guys got this no matter what stage in the journey you're at. Maybe you're 6 months in like me. Maybe tomorrow you're going to start. This video somehow motivated you to get your ass up. But you got this. Take it slowly. Don't try to, run a mile the fastest you can tomorrow morning. Like jog it, walk it if you have to, and bring along others with you on this journey. Bring your dad, your mom, because like most likely, especially in the Hispanic community, they probably didn't have that good example. Like Blanca said, my dad wasn't that much extreme, but I was also the first one kind of in my family to play sports. My dad didn't really after high school or anything like that. So I never grew up with it. So be that change in your family, be that change that future generations can benefit from. Even though this video, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, guys, and we did a huge recap, I still think that we didn't even talk about half the things that we've done or you should do. I could ramble all day about the things I've learned through YouTube, through TikTok, through reading articles about losing weight and stuff. So if you guys want to listen more, go ahead and either say that you want to listen to it on this channel or on our podcast. We're more than happy to keep talking about it, because the more I see it with other YouTubers, the more it motivates me. So if I can motivate you guys, we can together, then let us know, please.
Yes, and tell Jonathan down in the comments to do vlog days in his life, because he talks about all this, but you haven't really seen vlogs about it. So it's like, tell him to vlog and that you guys actually want to see this, because one thing is talking about it and the other thing is like seeing them actually do it and see what he eats, see how he prepares his meals, see when he stops eating, stuff like that. If you guys want more motivation.
Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I kind of feel like doing a giveaway, but we haven't done one in a while. Alright guys, if you made it this far to the video, comment just the running emoji after whatever you want to comment, and you're entered for $100.
Yep.
Make sure you follow Blanca and myself on Instagram. That's usually where we post the comment that wins the giveaway. So make sure you go follow, okay?
Follow, like, subscribe, comment, it's free.
Yeah. Later, guys.
All right, guys. I'm 1 mile in. This shit fucking sucks. Whoever said running was fun, you're a scammer.
Besito, papá. Besito, dale un besito, papá.